The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691, or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. Good afternoon. How are we doing on this beautiful day here on Long Island? Thank you for tuning in to the Financial Chick Show today. I'm your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to learn more about me and my firm, check out our website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So last week I had to rerun a show because I was attending a celebration of life in Connecticut for one of my clients that had passed at the end of last year. Beautiful ceremony and everything was really, really nice. But traveling in Connecticut is quite an adventure. So with the traffic that we had to deal with, we happened to miss our ferry. So I'm sure many of you out there have had that ferry drama. And yes, we did. So I would not have made it back in time for my show. So I was sad, but we are back live today. And I'm very excited to be here. In addition, I am thrilled to have a guest with me here today in the studio. Many of you may know him, but for those that do not, he's a regular playing at Gateway Playhouse in Bellport and plays with his own band, 4-hour tour. I hope I got that right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I got a thumbs up. So today we are going to talk about his own invention, which has a patent, no less. So this guy is pretty special. This is the Galaxy Electric Harp. And you must stay tuned for the entire show to hear this beautiful instrument. I want to introduce you to one amazing human and musician, Joe LoSchiavo.
Denise, it's an honor to be here with you today.
I am so glad you're here. I know we have tried to do this for quite some time, but we made it happen, Joe.
We finally get to have this thing happen. We've been trying for the better part of a year.
Oh my God, don't even go there.
It's
I know.
been a while.
Well, we're busy people, right?
We're very busy.
So there you go. That's something.
So I'm excited and thrilled to be here for you and your listeners and your audience live and on Facebook too.
Yes.
I think hopefully they'll be equally amazed when I present this instrument to them.
I think so. But I mean, before we really get started, why don't you tell my audience a little bit about yourself and what you do? And
Sure. My name is Joe LoSchiavo, resident of Medford.
Woohoo!
Good. Woohoo! Medford in the house. And I've been a lifelong musician. I've been playing for a long time.
That's so Joe.
It is.
If you know him, you know.
It is. If I tell you how long I've been playing, you can kind of guess my age, and that's an embargoed secret. So we're not gonna talk about that. But I will tell you, I've been playing the guitar for a real long time, and probably about 23 or 24 years ago, I had this idea for an instrument, and it was called the electric harp. So the whole genesis of this instrument came about over at Gateway Playhouse. When I was playing there, I heard there was about maybe 20 seconds or so of a rest for me in my guitar playing because I'm their guitar player. And I had a little downtime in between my next intro. But the keyboard players were playing these amazing harp sounds, and I always gravitated towards the sound of a harp. Ever since I've been in grade school, I think that was probably one of the first instruments that I played was the auto harp. And if you know what an auto harp is, you just press a button and it plays a chord. You press another button and it plays a chord. So it's almost like a self-playing instrument. But I was exposed to that at a very young age, and it stuck with me. It stuck with me. So I've always been in love with the sound of the harp. But
it is really beautiful.
Oh, it's a beautiful instrument. So when Gateway Playhouse came to be, and I was doing a Christmas show over there. They had all these harp sounds, but synthesized. And what I mean by that, it was a keyboard player playing these wonderful harp sounds. So very quickly I said to myself, man, I could do that. Why can't I do that? But with all my little guitar-like effects. And very quickly I realized that it would have to be with electromagnetic pickups. And the whole concept really came within those, I would say, probably minute or so. I knew it had to be a really unique shape. So the shape of this is in the shape of a musical eighth note. And that's a symbol that's the world known over. Everyone knows what a musical note looks like. So it has 12 strings. And I said, well, let's have each of those strings represent one of the musical pitches. And quickly, like I told Zach before, that it's very
Zach is our engineer.
that it's very difficult to make music on a chromatic harp. So I pitched it then to a fixed key, to the key of C. So it's got a low G and a high D. So it's an octave and a fifth. And the concept is you get these really, you can get really wacky guitar-like sounds, but with the true sustain of a harp. And that's never been done with electromagnetic pickups before. So it is quite a unique sounding instrument. And the name of the company is called the JMC Electric String Instrument Company. And the name of the instrument is the Galaxy Electric Harp. And I'll give you a little bit of background about the company. J stands for myself, Joe. M is for Mary, my mom. And C is for my sister, Kathy, who happens to be the vice president over there. She's I call her the brains behind everything, because every time I try to do something on here, she gives me all the encouragement to go ahead and do it with all these really wacky ideas. Because let's face it, to really go in this direction of being a musician, you have to be a crazy person to begin with anyway. But to kind of invent or bring something hopefully new to the table, you really have to be over the top.
But that's amazing. That's good. That's so innovative and creative. And you know, to be a musician, that takes a lot of talent, because a lot of us, we can't even get hum a note. We're messy.
So if I can give you a real quick genesis of how this thing started, I had the idea. I had everything in my head. I knew exactly how I wanted it to sound. I knew exactly the shape that I wanted, but putting it into practice really took another, I would say, a long time. So the first one we made, I just put we cut out a little shape of a musical eighth note. I put one string on it, and it broke. It broke in half under the tension. So here I am, a grown man crying on my floor. I'm like, we're going to do this. I pulled myself up by my bootstraps. I said, we are absolutely going to do this and make this happen. And I think I really gave myself an education on the physics of music and how tensions work and the strength of the wood and whatnot. So it really was a learning process for me as well. And I make no exception about this. This has been a work in progress ever since. So we got the final version going, and I said, I think I got something special here. I really do. And from day one, I knew that I wanted to kind of put this out to the world, be it like a gift to the world, and let them share in on the beauty of this instrument. So I said, the way we're going to do it is we have to go the modern route. And if anybody knows anything about me, they know that I'm anything but modern. I'm a guitar player that is so far vintage in time, I guess. It's amazing that I got this far with it. But I knew the business end of it, that we had to go CNC, which stands for computer numeric controlled machines. And that's the way all instruments are made these days. So the first couple were handmade. And then this one that you see in front of you is a CNC machine. So I took all the designs to the computer guy that I work with, and we spent all cumulative about 25 hours putting in the different angles of the instrument. I have literally a room full of blanks oh no, that's not good. Let's go back to the drawing board. So all total, I think it took about 25 hours to get the shape and what you see in front of you here. And I will tell you, the very next step, I said, let's get this thing patented. So we went on the journey of having this thing patented, and it took quite a long time to get this thing patented. But last October, I finally was issued a patent.
We want to talk more about that patent a little bit, but we're coming to the commercial break, and we want to hear this beautiful thing.
Sure.
And again, if you want to see it, please go on Facebook Live on my page, Denise Nostrom Scovani, and you can check it all out. But let's take a listen.
Okay.
This is the exciting part. Welcome back to the Financial Chick Show. You are listening to the Financial Chick, Denise Nostrom, and I'm delighted today to have with me Joseph LoSchiavo, the very, very talented and amazing musician, and created this wonderful Galaxy harp that has a patent. So we want to talk more about that and like how your vision started about 23, 24 years ago. Being a musician, you said, wow, I can really do this. And it took you a long time, but man, you made it. And so tell us a little bit about getting to, how did you decide to do that patent?
Yeah, whenever you do something like this, it's absolutely a labor of love. It has to be.
Well, anything that's easy is not worth it, right?
Well,
so
I think that old adage is very true. Yeah. So we got the patent issued after several long years. Everyone thinks, or at least I thought, okay, I'm going to fill out a piece of paper. This is my invention. I'm going to send it off to the patent office, and it's going to come back a week later, and everything's going to be roses. And that is, for those people that do not know how the patent office works, it is anything but that. It took years. I had an adjudicator, I had an adjuster, and my attorney that we were working with. Every time they would come back and say, well, there's something like that. Isn't there a television like that? I said, no, you just don't get it. I mean, they were pulling things, and I guess that's their job, is to make sure nothing out there in the world is like it.
Right.
And I knew there was nothing out there in the world like it, but they didn't. So they had to come and, I guess, ride me about it, saying, well, isn't that wire like that? No, you don't get it. And there were many times where I just said to my sister Kathy, we're just going to fold this thing. Because I like to kid people. When I worked the shows over at Gateway Playhouse, I said, I don't work the shows to support myself. I work the shows to support my patent. So that's fairly true,
but
because
that's cool.
Yeah, it took a number of years to get this thing. And finally, last October, we all did the happy dance. The letter came through, the patent came through, and we have a patent. So now I'm going to lay something on the audience that I don't even think that Denise, that we are going for a supplemental patent too. So I have another idea in the making that has always been with this instrument. I can't tell you what it is, because it's still...
No, don't let it out there.
But
yep.
I will tell you, I think it's a supplemental patent based on this instrument that I will tell you I think is better than this instrument.
Wow. And this is pretty darn good. So,
I think it's going to have longer lasting implications, more than just for the harp. So the minute I get that patent, or the minute we get close to it, we're
going to have to bring it back.
Yeah, I will tell you. That'll be part 2. Yeah. So it's funny, because the month after I got the patent, I got a phone call from John Anderson from Yes. And apparently I had been doing trade shows, the NAMM show, National Academy of Merchant Musicians, and I had been invited to do a clinic at Georgia Tech University. So I've been out there doing these shows. I did the Great South Bay Music Festival, which is happening next week. That's
happening soon. Yeah, next week.
Next week, yeah. So I did that show a number of years, and I guess just throughout the videos that we've done and whatnot, John saw the instrument and he said, "Joseph, I'm a big harp player. I saw your harp. I like it. Could you send me out one?" So I sent him out one, and John Anderson from Yes has one, and we were extremely excited about that.
That is really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So the goal of this instrument, the real goal of this instrument, now that the patent is, and I realize we are on the Denise Financial Chick radio show, and it would not be without some kind of financial implication to it. And that's what we are in right now. The goal of this instrument is to get it licensed out. So I hold the patent. I hold the patent right here.
All right. If you're on Facebook Live, yep, we got the patent. You saw it.
So now the goal is to get these things licensed out. And I truly believe if you can put a guitar on the wall for $200, and there are really nice, beautiful instruments out there for $200. I play a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. I believe you could put this thing on the wall for $175. And then I think it really would catch on, because it is unlike anything. It's a different color crayon in the box. And we guitar players, we musicians in general, are always looking for something new. And that's what keeps the NAMM show, the National Academy of Merchant Musicians. If you ever get a chance, go out to that show. The only way I could describe it, it's like a Home Depot center, but 5 of them together. So anything that has to do with music is out there demonstrating their product, their wares. And I went out there a couple of years ago.
Now, where's out there?
California. Anaheim. Yeah, it's in sunny Anaheim, California. So I did have to get on a plane and go. And we're in MacArthur Airport right now, which is bringing fear to me. So I'm not a big flyer. But
don't worry, we're not going to put you on any planes after this. Don't worry.
Thank God, because I'd be out of here. I think the harp, my sister, and myself, we would be out of here. But so the goal has always been to license this thing out and to get it hanging on the wall in Guitar Center.
That's
because
awesome.
musicians are always looking for a new sound, and really there's nothing like this sound that combines a guitar with the merging of a harp, because you get all those really wacky guitar-like sounds, but with the sustain of a harp.
So beautiful.
So what you see in front of you is pretty much the final product. I always used to say, up until as the years were going on, what you're looking at is 90% done. You're looking at 95% done. I could tell you without reservation, this is completely 100% done.
And for those of radio, it's beautiful. It's patriotic. It has, the stars and stripes, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely, and it's very pleasing to the eye, like, a wall piece. I mean, for us that don't play.
Well, I tell people this: it's as visually stunning as it is sonically enthralling. It really is. And that was my goal, was to make something that looked good, and obviously something that sounded good. And I think we've done that. I have a lot of different variations on this. We have psychedelic ones, we have the American flag ones, we have some New York Mets ones for those of us that are New York Mets fans out there. I have a couple of those. You can check them out on YouTube. I've done some videos of them. But again,
give your YouTube channel. If anybody wants to see what you have or want to contact you, what is your information?
They could YouTube it, or they can. I'll put all the information up for you. They can contact me through my email.
Okay.
The website is a work in progress, so we are slowly but surely getting that done. But the name of the instrument's the Galaxy Electric Harp.
And you could just look that up and see that you were in the Long Island Advance. There's a few different articles about you.
There are some articles. I did do a couple of national interviews with some magazines on there.
Wow. So you can read all about that. Check it out.
There's the Georgia Tech video, which is very, very cool. They paired me over at Georgia Tech with a trumpet player from Maynard Ferguson's band. And anyone that knows about music knows that I am a major Maynard Ferguson fanatic, so I got to play with his lead trumpet player, and we did kind of like a little avant-garde call and response with the harp and with his playing, so that was very cool. Yeah, so that video is online. Yeah, so there's a number of videos.
I knew you were a superstar, but I didn't realize how big of a star you are.
Oh, stop that. Stop that.
I'm not lying, really. No, that's pretty awesome, Joe.
Oh yeah, and recently we were featured on News 12 Long Island.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on Long Island, yeah. So I would be remiss if I did not say that, and I have to give my sister a plug for this. September 7th, I'm going to drop this on you guys.
Yes, for sure.
It is the 3rd annual. My sister Kathy LoSchiavo does this thing called a concert extravaganza, which is for the children of St. Jude's Research Children's Hospital. Every penny that we get at this event on September 7th in the Medford Memorial Park will be going directly towards St. Jude's. So please come down. Yeah, please come down.
It's a wonderful thing. And again, music, live music. You gotta love it. Summer and live music is the best.
Cannot beat it. Yeah.
So I want to thank you for coming today. This is amazing.
I want to thank you for having us on here, and I'll show your Facebook audience
let's see.
kind of a little bit what this thing looks like.
See what the instrument looks like. The Galaxy harp. It's amazing. Joe has played at my Power of Women Exchanging Resources events, and just you're a wonderful person and do a lot of good things. So
thank you, my friend.
We want to wish everybody a happy weekend, and why don't we play out?
Sure, absolutely,
all right.
Yeah.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.